Welcome to the space of life stories, where we together discover the secrets hidden behind the veil of time. You know, there is a question that I believe, no matter what our age, has crossed our minds at least once. How much time do we have left? For those who have passed the age of 70, that question seems to have a more special nuance. Every day that passes is a gift. Every moment becomes priceless. And perhaps, like me, you have wondered, are there any signs, no matter how small, that can reveal to us the journey ahead? During my years of learning about health and longevity, I have listened to countless stories and read countless studies. And I realized something magical. Our bodies are always communicating with us, sending subtle signals about their own map of time. Remember your neighbor, Uncle John, at the age of 78, still diligently taking care of the colorful garden, his feet still nimble on the familiar path. Then I thought of Mary, who was also about the same age as me, but each step seemed more laborious, the pain becoming a difficult companion to leave. What created that difference? It is not a secret hidden in genetics, but often lies in the simple things, daily habits that we sometimes accidentally ignore. In the next 30 minutes, we will explore together 7 or 10 silent friends of the body, signs that can reveal to you about your personal book of time after the age of 70. These are not vague predictions, but observations based on scientific research and stories of people who have lived a long and healthy life. Are you ready to listen to these secrets? Please join me in starting this exciting journey of discovery, because understanding these signs not only helps you have a clearer view of the future, but more importantly, it gives you the key to proactively write more beautiful and meaningful chapters in your life. Have you ever, in a quiet moment, asked yourself, how many springs do I have left to see? How many sunsets do I have left to fully enjoy? For those who have passed the age of 70, that question carries a special layer of meaning. Every day is a precious gem. Every moment is a note in the symphony of life. And perhaps, like me, you have briefly thought, are there any mirrors that reflect part of our time journey ahead? During the years of listening to the sentiments of late age, witnessing lives bloom and gradually close, I realized something simple but profound. Our bodies always tell stories in silent languages that if we pay attention, we can feel. Imagine this. I have a friend, Uncle Tom, who is 76 years old this year. He still drives his wife for a walk every afternoon and still repairs small items in the house himself. Every time I meet you, I always feel the positive energy and clarity in every word. But I also know another person, Mr. Bill, who is about the same age as Uncle Tom and has to rely on the help of others in many daily activities. His steps were slower and his voice was quieter. What created that obvious difference? Is it a secret deep within the genetic lines? Perhaps partly, but I believe most of the answer lies in the traces that time leaves on the body, signals that if we learn to listen, will reveal many things about the map of future health. Sometimes, the most important answers do not lie far away, but are hidden right in the smallest changes of ourselves. And right now, we will embark on a journey together to discover these silent friends. They are not absolute prophecies, but valuable instructions, based on serious scientific research and stories of people who have lived meaningful and fulfilling lives after the age of 70. Are you ready to decode the codes of this time with me? Let's explore together the first sign, something that seems very simple but holds incredible predictive power, the speed of your footsteps. So together we have evoked thoughts about time. Now, let's step into another space together to better understand why the years after the age of 70 have such a special meaning. You know, our body is a magical machine, constantly moving and changing with the flow of time. As we pass the age of 70, natural physiological changes begin to become more pronounced. We can feel the wisdom of the body through wrinkles, but at the same time, we can also notice that our steps are no longer as agile as before, or sometimes a little difficulty in daily activities. Imagine an old tree. Through many rainy and sunny seasons, the tree trunk becomes rougher, and the branches and leaves may no longer be as green as in the beginning. That is a natural law. Similarly, our body also undergoes such changes. Muscle mass may decrease a little, bone density may no longer be as dense, and the cardiovascular system also needs more careful care. This is an inevitable part of life's journey, a natural aging that we all experience. However, the amazing thing is that, despite physical changes, our perspective on life often undergoes profound changes. The chaos and worries of youth seem to recede behind, giving way to appreciation for simple things. A morning cup of tea on the porch, a warm conversation with a loved one, or simply watching a flower bloom can bring joy and fulfillment. Time seems to pass more slowly, allowing us to fully enjoy each moment. I remember a conversation with my grandmother. She is nearly 90 years old. When I asked her what is most important at this age, she smiled kindly and said, "It's peace in your soul and loved ones by your side." That sentence was deeply engraved in my mind. At this age, quality of life, meaningful relationships, and peace of mind often become top priorities. Age may bring physical changes, but it also opens a new door for us to appreciate spiritual values and enjoy life at a different depth. And because of these changes in both physiology and perspective, understanding the signs that the body sends becomes extremely important. Not only does it help us recognize natural changes, but it can also provide early warning of potential health problems, so we can proactively take care of ourselves and prolong our healthy years. So what is the first sign that the body wants to tell us? Let's explore together right here. Together we have taken the first steps on the journey to discover these silent friends of the body. And right now, we come to the first sign, something you may not expect, but which holds an amazing predictive power about your time book: walking speed. Sounds simple, right? A daily action that we perform almost unconsciously. But the way we move on our feet reveals a lot about our overall health and fitness. Try to imagine again Uncle John, the neighbor I mentioned. Have you noticed his agile, steady gait? It's not just a habit, but also a silent report about leg muscle strength, joint flexibility, and a healthy cardiovascular system. On the contrary, slow, somewhat heavy steps are sometimes a gentle reminder from the body that there may be internal parts that need more attention. Slowness is not always a bad sign, but a noticeable change in walking speed, especially a sharp slowdown over a short period of time, can be a signal that we should not ignore. To make it easier for you to visualize, think about a race. Athletes who can maintain a steady speed are usually people with good endurance and physical strength. Similarly, in the race of life, people who keep a steady rhythm of steps, not too strenuous but not too slow, tend to maintain longer-term health and energy. And so that you can listen better to this walking speed friend, I want to share a little test that you can do yourself at home. I call it 6-minute test. Find a flat stretch of road, either indoors or outdoors, about 50 meters long. Mark the start and end points. Then, walk as fast as you can, safely and without getting too out of breath, for 6 minutes. Measure how many meters you have walked. Based on many scientific studies, scientists have provided some reference points for the distance traveled in 6 minutes in people over 70 years old. A longer distance is often associated with better cardiovascular, respiratory, and muscular health. On the contrary, shorter distances can be a sign that you need to pay more attention to your health. Sometimes, the simplest things provide the most valuable information. Your daily walking speed can be a silent measure of your health and potential longevity. So, after this 6-minute test, how do you feel about your walking speed? Don't worry if you feel like you need improvement. The good news is that, just like a car needs maintenance, our walking speed can also be improved through appropriate physical activity. And soon, we will explore together another friend, a sign that seems to only be related to the hands, but reveals a lot about the hidden strength of your entire body. That's fist strength. Together we listen to the story from our feet. Now, let's turn our attention to another part of the body, something we use every day, seemingly normal, but can reveal profound information about the power hidden within our hands and grip strength. Have you ever thought that a person's handshake can say something about their health? It may sound strange, but scientists have proven that grip strength is actually a reliable indicator of overall health, especially in older people. Remember Uncle Tom, our energetic neighbor? Have you noticed his firm, warm handshake? It's not just politeness, it's also a sign of healthy muscles, good blood circulation, and a smoothly functioning nervous system. Strong hands help him easily perform daily tasks, from opening a jar to carrying a bag of groceries. In contrast, imagine a person with a weak, indifferent grip. Sometimes, it's just a matter of habit. But if you notice a noticeable decline in your grip strength over time, for example, it becomes more difficult to screw on a bottle cap or find it difficult to carry light objects, then it could be a reminder from your body that your muscle mass is decreasing. Did you know grip strength is closely related to the strength of the entire body? The hands are a window that reflects the strength of larger muscle groups in the body. When grip strength declines, it could be a sign of muscle loss, sarcopenia, a condition common in older adults that can lead to weakness, falls, and increased risk of other health problems. To illustrate further, I remember reading an interesting study. Scientists followed a group of older people over many years and found that those with better grip strength tended to live longer and had fewer cardiovascular problems. The strength from these small hands seems to be a measure for the flexibility and potential vitality of the entire body. Don't underestimate the power of your hands. A firm grip not only shows confidence, but is also an important indicator of your health and potential longevity. So, have you ever tried listening to the power from your hands? Try clenching your fist and feel it. If you notice a significant change compared to before, don't worry, because like walking speed, grip strength can also be improved through simple exercises. And soon, we will explore together an equally important friend, an ability that sometimes we only realize its value when it begins to speak. That is the ability to keep balance. So together we listen to stories from our feet and hands. Now, let's explore an equally important friend, an ability that sometimes we only truly realize the value of when it begins to speak. That is, ability to maintain balance. Have you ever thought that standing on one leg could reveal something about your longevity? It may sound strange, but scientists have shown that the ability to maintain good balance, especially after age 70, is a strong predictor of health and longevity. Remember our friend Uncle Tom. Have you ever seen your uncle stumble when bending down to pick up a leaf or when walking up the steps? I guess not. The ability to maintain good balance shows the smooth coordination between the musculoskeletal system, the nervous system, and our eyes. It is the result of a complex symphony within the body. On the contrary, if you or your loved one begins to find it more difficult to stand on one leg to put on socks, or feels wobbly when turning, it may be a sign that one of the instruments in this symphony of balance is out of tune. Impaired balance not only causes inconvenience in daily life, but also increases the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of serious injury in older adults. So that you can listen to your body's ability to maintain balance for yourself, I would like to introduce a simple test that you can do right at home, the 10-second test and more. Stand straight, feet shoulder-width apart, arms relaxed along the body. Then, slowly lift one leg off the ground. Keep your back straight and look forward. Time yourself to see how long you can hold this position without holding on or putting your feet down. The goal is to try to stay balanced for at least 10 seconds. Many studies have shown that people who can balance on one leg for 10 seconds or more in their 70s tend to have better health and longer lifespans. If you're having trouble hitting this number, don't worry, but take it as a reminder to pay more attention to your balance training. The ability to maintain balance is not only a motor skill, but also a mirror that reflects the health of many important systems in the body. So, have you tried my 10-second test yet? What were the results? Whatever the outcome, the good news is that balance can absolutely be improved through simple, regular exercises. And soon, we will explore together another silent friend, a factor that seems to only happen when we close our eyes, but has a profound impact on your health and longevity: sleep. Together we listen to the confidences from our feet, hands, and the body's ability to balance. Now, let's close our eyes for a moment and let's explore together another silent friend, an element that seems to only happen when we fall into a dream, but has a profound impact on every cell and every waking moment of your life. That is, sleeping habits. Have you ever thought that the way you say goodbye to one day and welcome the next could reveal the secrets of your longevity? Sleep is not simply a time for the body to rest and restore energy. It is like an important maintenance station where the body performs essential work such as repairing damaged cells, strengthening the immune system, and even cleaning up the garbage that accumulates in the brain throughout the day. Remember Uncle Tom and Mr. Bill? Uncle Tom often says that he always tries to go to bed at a fixed time and wake up naturally, feeling refreshed and full of energy. What about Mr. Bill? He often struggled to sleep, woke up many times during the night, and woke up in the morning feeling tired and lethargic. This difference not only affects their daily mood, but also has a profound impact on their long-term health. Scientists have shown that, after the age of 70, maintaining quality and stable sleep is closely related to longevity and health. People who get enough, uninterrupted sleep and feel refreshed after waking up often have stronger immune systems, better memory, and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. On the contrary, people who regularly have sleep problems may face the risk of faster memory loss, be more susceptible to chronic diseases, and have a weaker immune system. To make it easier for you to imagine, think about a phone. If you charge the battery fully and regularly, it will operate smoothly and durably. But if you regularly let the battery drain or charge it incorrectly, the battery's lifespan will be significantly reduced. Our bodies are similar. Quality sleep is the power source that nourishes and restores the entire internal system. Sleep is not only a physiological need, but also a natural medicine, a key factor to maintain health and prolong life, especially after the age of 70. So what are your sleeping habits like now? Are you recharging your body fully and effectively? If you notice negative changes in your sleep, don't worry. Like the other friends we've discovered, sleep can also be improved through small adjustments to daily lifestyle. And soon, we will explore together another friend, a factor that directly nourishes the body from the inside and has a strong impact on your health map, that is eating habits. Together we listen to the messages from sleep. Now, let's come to an extremely important friend, a factor that nourishes the body from deep within, directly affecting your energy source and ability to recover. That is, eating habits. We can affectionately call it fuel for longevity. Have you ever thought that what you put into your body every day has the power to shape your health journey beyond the age of 70? Food is not simply to fill the stomach, but it is also a source of essential nutrients, helping the body maintain important functions, strengthening the immune system, and protecting us from the wear and tear of time. Remember Uncle Tom. Uncle always focuses on meals full of green vegetables, fresh fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. He said that eating healthy helps him feel full of energy to do the things he loves. What about Mr. Bill? He often skips meals or eats processed, low-nutrition foods. Over time, he felt more tired and susceptible to minor illnesses. After age 70, the body's nutritional needs may change a bit. We may need more protein to maintain muscle mass, enough calcium and vitamin D for strong bones, and vitamin B12 for nerve function. At the same time, the nutrient absorption process may not be as effective as before. Therefore, choosing nutritious, easy-to-digest foods becomes extremely important. I remember a story about an 85-year-old woman I once met. She is still alert and healthy. Her secret is very simple. She always eats moderately, cooks her own meals at home with fresh ingredients, and in particular, she loves dark-colored vegetables. She says, good food is the body's best friend. However, at this age, we may also experience challenges in eating. Appetite may decrease, taste buds may change, or dental problems may make chewing and swallowing more difficult. It is important that we recognize these changes and make appropriate adjustments to ensure the body still receives enough fuel it needs. Eating habits are not only a daily need, but also an important investment for your health and longevity, especially when you turn 70. So, how are you refueling your body every day? Are you listening to these signals from your stomach and choosing the best foods for yourself? Right now, we will explore together another friend, an invisible factor that has a profound impact on both your physical and mental health: the ability to control stress. Together we refuel our bodies with meals. Now, let's explore together an invisible friend that has great power, deeply affecting both your physical and mental health. That is, ability to control stress. We can call it inner strength. Have you ever thought that the way you deal with the ripples in life can shape the flow of your health and longevity after the age of 70? Stress is not always bad. Sometimes it is also a motivation for us to overcome challenges. But when stress becomes a constant companion, it can silently erode your health like a long-lasting rain. Remember Uncle Tom. Even though life is not always smooth, he always maintains an admirable calmness. He often said that worrying too much cannot solve the problem. The important thing is to find ways to face and solve it. What about Mr. Bill? He is often easily agitated by small things, often thinks negatively, and has difficulty relaxing. Over time, you can clearly see the difference in both people's facial expressions and overall health. Scientists have proven that chronic stress can cause negative effects on the body, from weakening the immune system, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease, sleep disorders to accelerating cell aging. When we are stressed, the body produces hormones such as cortisol. If this concentration remains high for a long time, it can cause disturbances that are not good for our health. To illustrate further, think about a spring. If you constantly stretch it, at some point it will lose its elasticity and may break. Our bodies are similar. Prolonged stress is like constantly stretching the spring of your health. However, the good news is that, just like learning how to steer a boat through the waves, we can train our ability to control stress. There are many useful tools we can apply, from simple breathing exercises, gentle meditation, to maintaining personal interests and connecting with those around us. The ability to control stress is not only a mental skill, but also a shield that protects your physical health and prolongs your life, especially as you go through years of many experiences. So, how are you navigating your emotions and dealing with stress in life? Have you found a peaceful place for your soul? Right now, we will explore together a final friend on today's journey, an element that can bring warmth, joy, and invaluable support, deeply affecting the map of your lifespan, social connections. So together we have discovered the silent friends of the body, from feet to sleep and even meals. Now, let's look towards the friends outside, but have the power to nourish your soul and prolong your life. That is, positive social and spiritual connections. We can call this the power of community and soul. Have you ever felt like your day became brighter just because of a warm conversation with a loved one, a fun meeting with a friend, or simply a sincere word of encouragement from an acquaintance? Social connections not only bring joy and sharing, but also have a profound impact on our physical health and longevity, especially as we move through our younger years. Remember Uncle Tom? He always actively participated in neighborhood activities, from reading clubs to morning walks with old friends. He said that these relationships help him feel that he is not alone and that he always has someone to share his joys and sorrows with. What about Mr. Bill? After retiring, he gradually withdrew into himself, rarely communicated with people, and felt increasingly lonely. You can feel the clear difference in the eyes and spirits of the two people. Scientists have shown that loneliness and social isolation can have the same negative effects as years of smoking on life expectancy. People who have extensive social networks and maintain meaningful relationships often have healthier immune systems, are less likely to suffer from cardiovascular disease, memory loss, and even live longer. When we connect with others, our brains become more active, stress levels decrease, and our bodies produce positive hormones that promote feelings of happiness and well-being. Besides social connections, positivity also plays an extremely important role. An optimistic attitude, gratitude, and the ability to find joy in small things can become powerful spiritual medicines, helping us overcome difficulties and enjoy life more fully. I remember a story about a 90-year-old woman who maintained an amazing sense of optimism despite many losses in her life. She always said, "Every day is a gift, and it's important that we choose to open that gift with a smile." It was that positive attitude that helped her maintain her health and clarity until the last years of her life. Meaningful social connections and a positive spirit not only enrich your life, but are also important companions on the journey to a long and healthy life. So, how are you nurturing your social connections? Are you spending time with loved ones and finding the small joys in everyday life? Right now, we will look back at all the friends we have discovered today and draw valuable lessons so we can proactively continue writing beautiful chapters for your own book of time. We have gone through a meaningful journey together, listening to the silent friends of the body and soul. Let's quietly look back at the pictures we just painted. We talked about steps, about arm strength, about delicate balance, about deep sleep, about fuel for meals, about inner strength to face the ripples of life. and about the warmth of social connections and a peaceful soul. You see, each of these friends brings a unique message, an important piece of the puzzle in the overall picture of our health and longevity after age 70. Perhaps somewhere you have recognized an image of yourself or of your loved ones around you. Remember the story about Uncle Tom and Bill. Differences in walking speed, hand grip strength, balance, sleep, eating habits, how they cope with stress and surrounding relationships create very different aging journeys. Every small action, every daily choice is silently painting a picture of our later years. And the great thing is, no matter what your current painting is, you always have a brush in hand to add bright colors. The signs we have just discovered are not immutable prophecies, but lights that illuminate the way, helping you recognize which areas need more care and nurturing. So, I want to ask you a small question. After today's journey of discovery, which light do you feel is shining most clearly in your life? Do you see any areas that you want to give extra attention and care to? Let's start with the smallest steps. It could be a gentle walk tomorrow, some strength training for your arms, or simply a phone call to check in on an old friend. Every small action is a brick to build a solid health foundation for the years ahead. I believe that you, like me, want to not only live longer, but also live a fulfilling, meaningful, and energetic life at any age. Please share this video with the people you love so that we can spread these lights together and walk together on the beautiful journey of life. And in the next video, we will explore more deeply about gentle yet effective exercises for people over 70 years old. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next friends on this journey. Thank you for accompanying me today. Remember, every day is a gift, and you are completely capable of opening that gift to the fullest.